In this lesson, we are going to look at irregular verbs. Students tend to complain about irregular verbs as they find them daunting or intimidating. They ask, how do I form these? Are there any rules? And it's true, they can be quite tough. But the more you practice these and the more you study these verbs, they will come to you automatically. So, what I'd like you to do is take out your notebooks and a pen. I'm going to read out a verb in the past simple form or in the infinitive form, and you write down the correct verb. Okay. Flew. As an example, the infinitive form of this verb would be fly. Now I'm going to tell you the infinitive form of the verb, which is buy. And you write down or shout out the verb in the past simple form, which is bought. Saw. The verb in the infinitive would be see. Go. The verb in the past simple would be went. Shook. The infinitive form of the verb would be shake. Find. The past simple is found. Took. The infinitive form of the verb is take. And break. And the past simple would say broke. Good. Now let's look at some examples. I bought a new laptop for school. I went to the cinema last Friday. When I was in Valencia last summer, I saw a giraffe for the first time. Now we're going to do a speed test. And you're going to try and beat me to it. So I'm going to read out the verb in the infinitive form and the past simple form, and you write down or shout out loud the past participle form of the verb. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Fly, flew, and the past participle is flown. Buy, bought, bought. See, saw, seen. Go, went, gone, or been. Now we use these in different contexts. So for example, with gone, if I am at the original place and I go to a friend's house or to another country, we use gone. So for example, where is Paul? He's not here, he's gone out. We use been when we also moved from the original place to that other place, but then we came back to the original place. So for example, I can say I've been to Budapest. I went there 2 years ago. So that's the main difference between gone and been. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Eat, ate, eaten. Good. Find, found, found. Take, took, taken. Break, broke, broken. Good. How did you find these? I'm sure there were quite a few that you knew or got right. So let's move on to some more irregular verbs. So I'm going to again read out the infinitive form of the verb, the past simple form, and you write down the past participle. Okay, so say, said, and the past participle form is said. Tell, told, and told. Make, made, made. Bring, brought, brought. Sell, sold, sold. Drink, drank, and drunk. Leave, left, and left. And finally, do, did, and done. Excellent. Now, there are some other irregular verbs that remain the same in different tenses, so they do not change form. For example, cut, bet, hit, hurt, let, put, read, read in the present. The spelling is the same, but the pronunciation is different. Shut and spread. Let's look at some common problems. Now, sometimes we forget to use the irregular form of the verb, and we end up creating very creatively a new form for the verb in the past. For example, we go to Scotland. That's not correct. The correct version would be we went to Scotland. Or last summer, I go to Scotland. We forget to put the verb in the past when we're talking about completed actions in the past. So the correct version would be last summer, I went to Scotland. If you feel up for the challenge, you can do a quick quiz to test your knowledge of these irregular verbs. Well done.